What is going up, guys? Welcome back to the week where we celebrate the Splatocalypse, aka pretty much the end of Splatoon. We are going to be doing another Splatoon 2 themed video. The last episode you saw, we ranked all the shifty stations, and this time we're going to rank another thing of Splatfests, the actual teams. I'm going to rank all of the regions, Japan, Europe, and America. And I did my research, and even though I don't understand most of Japan's stuff, I still tried to rank it fairly and accordingly. So without further ado, here we go. In my personal opinion, the worst Splatfest is not pulp versus no pulp. It's whatever this is. This is a Japan-themed Splatfest, and it's apparently which is better soup. And I was like, I'm not a soup guy, so I don't care. If I had to say something, I'd pick the right team, whatever that team is. While I did my research, I did do a lot of research. So the next one is the candy. The only reason I didn't rank it was because it looks like, hey, which one do you like more? Peanut M&Ms or regular M&Ms? Like, it looks so similar. Like, if it was M&M's versus Skittles, something like that. Maybe it is like that. I would have ranked it higher, but all I got was, this is candy, and we really like our candy. I'm ranking a lot of the Japan Splatfest low, because I have no clue what they are. I don't know. This looks like more random food that I wouldn't eat. Okay. The only reason I ranked Pockies this high, and it's still low, it's the fourth worst Splatfest in my opinion, because I had a Pocky. It sucked. And they're both chocolate Pockies, but they're different. I think it's like off-brand, like Pocky versus, I don't know. I really don't know what the difference is here. Alright. Japan's getting a lot of hate. I think this is a baseball-themed Splatfest. I'm not into baseball. Also, I couldn't freaking tell what this was. I assumed it's baseball because the pictures represented baseball. So I'm just going to assume it was baseball. Finally, American Splatfest. The worst American Splatfest, no doubt. Always had in my mind. Pulp versus no pulp. It sucked. Who cares if there's pulp in your orange juice? I mean, I care, but like, I could drink orange juice with pulp in it, okay? Why? This was the best you come up with? You had so many other opportunities, Splatoon, and you freaking do pulp versus no pulp. Ridiculous. Okay, the worst European Splatfest was, do you like gherk or no gherk in your sandwich? I assume that means pickles. Because, I mean, yeah, it makes sense in the picture. Personally, I'd go no pickles. I can't stand pickles in my sandwich. Disgusting. And Japan gets bashed yet again. Do you like pineapple or no pineapple? I just put this in the perspective of on pizza, because that's a huge debate, and that's honestly why I got ranked up this high. I personally don't care. I like pineapple. I like pizza. Haven't had pineapple on pizza, so I'd go without pineapple. But I can't bash it because I haven't had it yet. I know. Slander me in the comments if you need to. Apparently that's a sin for some people. Oh boy. Back roll versus front roll. This is a married debate. Before you get married, you need to ask the other companion if they like the toilet paper roll in the front or the back. I don't know why it's a big deal, a debacle, but it is. I would go front roll, just in case you're curious. Everyone else in the house goes front roll, except for my mom. She's weird, but it's alright. Still love her nonetheless. Oh boy, okay. Salsa versus guac. It's up this far because I know tons of people can't stand salsa or can't stand guac. Personally, I can eat both. I don't like either. I prefer salsa, but I'm not a big chip dude. I don't go to a lot of parties. I don't have to deal with this problem. So, yeah. Oh boy, another Japan. This is warmer innerwear versus warmer outerwear. I like when I can just wear shorts and not I hate jackets and coats. Can't stand them. So instantly I would go with warmer innerwear. I can't stand pants. I can't stand jackets. My optimal my optimal wear is sandals, basketball shorts, loose t-shirt. That's what I like wearing. Summer, I freaking love summer because I get to do that. When it's winter, I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm wearing a light coat, I'm wearing shorts. I'll go to school and it's 32 degrees. It's 28 degrees, something around there. It's lower than 40, like around freezing weather. It could possibly be snowing if it wanted to, and I'm wearing shorts. And then I'm stuck wearing tennis shoes because I don't want my feet getting cold. It's a true problem. All right, lemon or no lemon? This was an odd one to just throw in there. I could see how it could be a problem. Personally, I like lemon in some things and don't like lemon in other. I would probably pick Team Lemon just because I love Sprite too much, and it's a lemon lime mix. So that's it. That's all I have. Okay. This was another Japan Splatfest. They're really getting slandered here. It was popular model versus the modern model, like the newest model. I would go with the newest model because I don't care about popular opinion. Also, the newest stuff usually has the best stuff on it. And I know this could be a big debate because I know people always talk about like, well, are you gonna let peer pressure get to you? And usually popular and new go hand in hand, but if you split it up, like, what team would you go on? I kind of liked how Japan split that up. Oh boy, okay. I don't care about My Little Kitty, but man, these pictures were so freaking adorable. Like, look at that. This is freaking cute. I love that. All of these. And I know My Little Kitty or Hello Kitty or was something that's popular in Japan, and I could see, and it was a Splatfest tournament as well, so it's cool. It's Hello Kitty and My Little Pony. Sorry, finally figured it out. I don't care, but I could see how it would be a big deal. That's why it's ranked up this high. Okay, this is like, I'm gonna screw up their names. It's either Boke or Boke versus Tuzme. I have no clue how to say their names. It's a comedic group in Japan, and like the dude on the left, he's always like really weird and silly, and then his companion, I don't know if they're related or not. That guy smacks him with a paper fan, and is like, dude, and it's like really comedic. It's like slapstick comedy times 2. I would go with the dude on the left, Boke or Boke. I don't know how you say it. I go with him just because he's weird and silly. Also, I mean, since I did my research, that's why they're ranked up this high. Okay. Now, this was the European Splatfest, and I'm glad America didn't get it because it would be one-sided. This is eat it versus save it. Americans would eat it all the time. Every single time. I think eat it still won, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes I have trouble deciding if I should eat it or save it, because save it usually means leftovers. Eat it usually means I get a full stomach, so like, that's why I ranked it this high, because I have problems with it. I'd probably go eat it, even though leftovers are amazing, but that just results in eating it later. So, I'd probably pick eat it. Ooh, this is ranked at where it is because, again, food, but also, this is no question for me. This is salty or sweet popcorn. Salty popcorn all the freaking way. If you pick sweet popcorn, you're a heathen. There is no way that sweet popcorn is better than salty popcorn. It just doesn't happen. Now, if it were flavors, whether it be salty versus sweet, then we're talking different. But if it's popcorn, salty all the way. Okay. Back to American Splatfest. I don't care about sports at all. I told you when we first started the episode that Japan baseball won and I was not having it. And I prefer soccer. I don't care for sports overall. My top 3 sports are handball, which is a variation of dodgeball, handball, American football, and soccer. And handball isn't even a real sport. So, like, I don't know. I think lacrosse is cool. But anyway, here's the deal. I don't care about baseball. That's a huge deal in America, and I just don't care. Never found interest in it. Okay, I found interest in it for a little bit. For like a month or two. But really, I just don't care for baseball at all. Splatoon, Nintendo, you let me down. Fork versus spoon? I get that people... Okay, I get that people have preferences over silverware, but this is ridiculous. Just get a spork. Why? Like this... If you don't remember, I picked Team Fork, obviously. But, like, why? Why? Okay. Family versus friends. This is a big debate, and it was on a big Splatfest. It was a Christmas Splatfest. Friends won. I don't know if it's because Friends won that I ranked it this low, or if it was just like, I tried not to be biased. It was hard. But, I feel like there were better I feel like this is near the midway mark, because this Splatfest, like, it was good. But, like, I don't know. There were tons of better ones. And when we get to the end, you see why. Like, throughout this tier list, you could swap a few of these, like 1 or 2 places, and I probably wouldn't disagree, honestly, because these were really hard to rank, in my opinion, especially when we get to the top ranks. Unicorn versus Narwhal. Why'd I rank it higher than Family versus Friends? I don't know. Again, you could swap a few of them. Unicorn versus Narwhal, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, the majestical creatures with horns. I thought it was really, really cool. And Narwhal's won, so that's a win-win there. Okay, this is a Japan Splatfest that was actually kind of ranked high. McDonald's fries versus nuggets. McDonald's is a big thing everywhere. But especially in Japan and that area, they love their McDonald's, and they love it so much there was a whole Splatfest about it. Now, if you know me, whether it's personally or you just gathered this information, I love chicken so much. I go to places and I will eat their chicken and rate it after I've eaten it and compare it to other businesses. So let's take KFC, Zaxby's, and McDonald's, for example. I have ranked that, and it's super easy. KFC is at the bottom, Zaxby's is at the top, McDonald's is smack dab in the middle, if we're talking strips. Now, if we're talking nuggets, again, we got to change. Zaxby's doesn't have nuggets, so they'd be automatically in the bottom. And then I think KFC, do they have nuggets? I know they have like little smaller, they have popcorn chicken, we'll count that. And I think KFC's popcorn chicken is better than McDonald's nuggets. Again, so like I'm so invested in that. So obviously I pick Team Chicken over Fry. But I ranked it up there just because I know how big McDonald's is, and I actually, like, when I started thinking about it, I got invested in this. So that's why it's ranked up here. Alright. Hero versus villain. It's always a big debate. I I had a hard time picking. I think I went villain in the end, but yeah, like hero versus villain. That'll always it has been, always will be a big debate of like, are you a hero or a villain? And that's kind of why it's ranked up here. Okay, Japan, you're getting more praise. Agility versus endurance. This is kind of an early version of the hare versus the tortoise, but you use Splatoon 2 weapons. And honestly, if it's not hare versus tortoise, because hare versus tortoise, I go tortoise all the way. But otherwise, I go agility. I love agility so much. Sure, endurance, you can withstand a lot of things, but I'm on the fast track all the time. I go agility. 110%. Alright, the first ever Japan Splatfest. Rock versus pop. I thought this was really, really cool. Music is a big part of my life and is always being debated wherever I go. Like, do you like country? Do you like rock? Do you like pop? Do you like hip hop? It's this big thing. I prefer pop. If you give me a 2000 to 2010s hit songs playlist, I will probably dance to 85% of them. And that was all hop. That was all pop, hip hop songs. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I grew up with that. So I'd go team hip hop, and music is just so important to me that's why it's ranked up past mid tier or mid whatever. You know, it was a good Splatfest. Oh boy, this was also good. Unknown creature versus advanced technology. I am a sci-fi nerd, and this Splatfest is all about. It's all about sci-fi. Would you rather run into this random creature or have advanced technology? Now, in real life, I'd want advanced technology. Duh. But just the thought of running into an unknown creature and it not killing you instantly, pretty freaking awesome. This Splatfest was right up my alley with my sci-fi geeky self. I loved it. Okay, back to Europe. Adventure versus relax. I know a lot of people are like, life's an adventure. But honestly, I'm just like, I'm here to chill. And summer, that's what I do. That's why I have time to make this video, because I'm chilling. I like relaxing. That's kind of my thing. But I also like exerting my energy into something. If I'm just relaxing, I can't do it. So I like relaxing as long as I get to do something. I'm not a full-on adventure person. I hate going outside. I hate sweating. I hate exerting myself physical activity-wise. Terrible. So that's why I go relax. But I know I rank it up this high because it's, it's, in the talks sometimes. Kid versus grown up. This is always debated. Grown ups always want to be kids. Kids always want to be grown up. I want to be a kid. There's no pressure. You don't have to do anything. You're taken care of. You can be as childish as you want to and not be judged. See, Andrew is a 22-year-old and acts like a 5-year-old. He gets judged sometimes, but it's alright. We still love him nonetheless. Like, people want to be what they can't be all the time. When you're a teenager, you just want to be a grown-up, or you want to be a kid. When you're a kid, you want to be a teenager or a grown-up. When you're a grown-up, you'll go back as far many years as you can close to be a kid. This is one of those Splatfest that's like, wow. Like, it's not talked about a lot, but man, when you think about it, it's not like cat versus dog, but man, it's up there. It's like in the secret menu pretty much of Splatfests. Hare versus tortoise. Oh boy. This is a childhood story. Hare versus tortoise. And the fact that the hare won the rematch, I am still upset about that. Slow and steady wins the race. I vote tortoise all the way. And I'm ashamed that hare won. But it's a good Splatfest, and it's a good message. The original story is the Splatfest winner, they don't deserve it. Next one. Squid versus Octopus. This is hardcore Splatoon 2. I ranked it up this high because I love Splatoon, and this is the basis of Splatoon 2. I voted Octopus. Squid won. Honestly, that's alright with me. Octopus versus Squid, I liked both of them. Good Splatfest. I celebrated for the 1 year anniversary. Down for that. It's great. Warm versus cold food. Kind of wish America got the Splatfest because it was actually kind of cool. I'm a warm food guy. Chicken, pizza, sandwiches. Love them. Well, certain sandwiches. But still. Cold food, I'm not a big fan of cereal. I like eggs. See everything on the screen of warm side. I'm a fan. Toast, I'm alright with that. But cold food, not my jam. Really not. I like waffles. I like pancakes. I'm all over warm breakfast food and just warm food in general. Give it to me. So, warm food all the way. And then warm food, see, the thing about warm food is that it can be in the refrigerator and still taste good. Cold chicken, good. Cold pizza, the best. But if you have lukewarm or hot cereal, that's awful. That's terrible. You will get sick. It's not good. Money versus love. Very controversial Splatfest. I ranked it high up there because this is always a question that people are asked within your lifetime. If you haven't been asked it, you might be asked it. Maybe you'll be spared. Would you rather have this really rich dude who didn't love you, or this really poor guy, but it's true love? It's the whole true love or money scenario. And I'm glad love won because, geez, at least America's priorities are still in order somewhat. Europe got it last year, and they picked love, so yay. But this topic, I ranked it up this high because it's always asked, and priorities, I don't know, I just like it. Chicken versus the egg. This is another one that's always asked. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And it's well, if you pick chicken, where did it come from? Well, it came from an egg. Where did that egg come from? Very mind-boggling. Scientifically, scientists think the egg came first because they think a dinosaur laid mutant eggs and the chicken eventually came out. Or you could go in another direction, maybe biblical, and say the chicken came first because God created all animals. Either way, this is it's mind-boggling, and it was a good Splatfest. Just the fact that they went there. That Splatoon 2, they went there. Of course they did. They went with fork and spoon, but, they went here too. They had some good ones. Mayo versus ketchup. The Battle of Condiments. This was the first actual Splatfest because ice cream versus cake. Sure it was the first Splatfest, but the game wasn't out. So this was the first Splatfest. I'm ketchup all the way. I can't stand mayo, but I know people feel strong about their condiments, and I'm one of them. So that's why it's kind of ranked up past chicken and egg. I know it's a little weird, but it's up here. Retro versus modern. I'm all about old school. I love Pac-Man. Sure, Splatoon 2 is modern and stuff, but old-fashioned, I'm down for that. Bell-bottoms, shades of the 80s, love it, dude. Those are aviator stuff. I do like modern stuff, obviously, but I'm more retro because I always fall back on old games. I can play Splatoon for hours, but if you give me Rayman Rabbids 1, 2, 3, I could play that for weeks. I'm a sucker for old stuff. Songs of the 2000s, again, back at it. I could listen to that on repeat forever. It's ridiculous. I am an old school kid, even though modern is good. And this is another one that's always talked about. It's like old school versus new school. It's a really good topic, and yeah, I like it. Knights versus Wizard. That was also a really good one. Again, I'm a sucker for sci-fi. I'm also a sucker for fantasy stuff. And knights are cool. They really are. They got like spears, they got swords, they got armor. But you can't beat wizards. There was an 8-part movie series about wizards called Harry Potter. There's a freaking sport about wizards. It's called Quidditch. There's book series about it. Harry Potter honestly pushed me over the edge, even though I already loved wizards. Good Splatfest. Really good. Ooh, I love movies so much. Action versus comedy. I love a comedic action movie. That wasn't an option. Also, this is my first Splatfest, so I had to rank it up pretty high. I'm full on comedy. I will watch a rom-com. I'll watch straight out comedy. I'll watch an action comedy. But if it's an action movie with no comedy, I'm bored. Like, sure. Like, Marvel, DC, great job of adding comedy within the action. That's why I like it so much. Boom. I love comedy. And honestly, the video series probably isn't out yet, but I'm working on this RPG, and Adrian and I are going to record it for a series. It's so freaking funny, and it's because I made it. I love comedy so much. You guys are going to love it. Had to slip in that self promo right there. All right, film versus book. This is debatable. If we're this is this is also a lot of the, like, everything from here on out is probably talked about a lot, or I just like it like so much that I ranked it up this high. If it's the same thing, if it's the Harry Potter book versus the Harry Potter movie, I'm picking the book. If it's different things, like a movie, do you want to watch this movie or do you want to read a book, and they're just two different things, I'm going to watch the movie. I'm thinking this Splatfest was the same thing, like the Harry Potter book or the Harry Potter movie. So I would pick Team Book, but I do like a good movie. Really good. Oh, the breakfast battle that will last forever. Pancakes versus waffles. I love waffles so much. Like, you can't... My love for waffles is so great. Every time we go to the beach, if they have a waffle maker, I'm making a waffle. I don't care if I just had 2 eggs, 5 pieces of bacon, and a bowl of grits. I'm making that dang waffle because I love it so much. Pancakes, they're good too, but pancakes cannot beat waffles. I'm getting very adamant about the Splatfest is over. I'm still feeling it. All right. Everything loves to get ranked, especially the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a pretty good Splatfest. I liked it. I'm ashamed that Mikey lost. Again, I'm a comedic guy. Love it. And overall, Raph lost too, which I was sad. But gotta love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's why they're up here. Flight versus invisibility. The 2 superpowers that are always talked about. I'm Team Flight, hardcore. Invisibility's cool, but dude, if I could fly, that'd be sick. I wouldn't have to have a car. I could just fly. Sure, birds would be a problem, but like, I could fly. Also, who doesn't love a good superpower? This is a great Splatfest. Love this. Here we go. Back to my sci-fi geeky self. Time travel versus teleportation. I like streamed this, and the title was Doctor Who versus Star Trek. Because it's true. Doctor Who, all the way. I love time travel so much. Avengers Endgame, spoiler alert, but I mean, this is way over Endgame time. Your fault. I love time travel, and the fact that Endgame implemented that in their movie, great. Freaking love time travel so much. Sure, it can get a little weird, like you can't talk to yourself, but man, even when I was a little kid, I thought about time traveling. It's so cool just to fathom the fact of time travel. Teleportation's cool. Like, don't get me wrong. If it was teleportation versus almost anything else, I'd probably pick teleportation. But man, gotta love time travel. Vampire versus werewolf. Good Halloween Splatfest, taking one of probably the two best known creatures, Dracula versus the werewolf, paying them against each other, and then just blanketing them with vampire and werewolf. And I'm full on vampire. I got vampire teeth. Like, y'all probably don't know that, but my canines are ridiculously sharp. That when I go anywhere, if I'm around anyone that's like 10 or under, they're going to point out my vampire teeth. It's crazy. I love vampires too. They're cool. Like, they're just epic. Vampires all the way. Okay, this is the only Splatfest I'm glad I wasn't a part of because I wouldn't know which side to pick. Sci-fi versus fantasy. Oh boy. Both of them, they were so cool. It was just, I love sci-fi. I love fantasy. I'm a I'm a sucker for both of them, but if I had to pick one, I'd have to go sci-fi. I've grown up with it. I'm more prone to it. I love it. And I think fantasy won, which I'm not mad about, but gosh, they were both so good. But I gotta go sci-fi. And here's why I included the Japan Splatfest. They got wrecked at the beginning, but man, they had some good ones. This is one of them. Champion versus Challenger. You're taking a Pokemon or like a underdog story, turning it into a Splatfest. Beautiful. I'm Team Challenger, by the way, but man, yeah, so good. Such a good, love it, dude. Pokemon and combining it with Splatoon. They did that with Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, but like, gosh, so good. Christmas sweater versus Christmas sock. This is always debate. Christmas socks are great, but man, who can beat a good Christmas sweater? There's parties about it, man. You can't, like, ugly Christmas sweater party. Boom. Love it, dude. Christmas sweater. I love anything Christmas. The fact that there was a Splatfest about Christmas fashion, I'm down for it. Also, it's not like true fashion. It's just like sweater or socks. So, like, I was even more down for it. Oh, boy. The good old question, trick or treat? I went with Team Trick, but honestly, I probably should have gone treat. I'm a baby. I can't handle anything scary. I probably should have gone with treat. Treat also won. I would have gotten 3 extra sea snails. But this was a good Splatfest. I love all the Halloween Splatfests in both games were stellar. Amazing. Love it. They had ninjas versus pirates, vampire versus werewolf, trick versus treat. If they keep that going, I'm gonna, like, dude, Halloween Splatfest, I'm always pumped for. They're the best. Oh, boy. One of the best, if not the best, Splatfests. Cake versus ice cream. They started Splatfest off with a banger. This is probably the best Splatfest ever. I don't know, dog versus cat was pretty good, but this is up there. Cake versus ice cream. Oh, so good. Dude, I'm an ice cream guy. I love cake. I love ice cream. Honestly, if you haven't had this, and you should, you get a regular cake, just vanilla cake, regular cake, like whatever icing, I think just buttercream icing, and then you drop the cake in a bowl. You cut off a piece, drop it in a bowl. Get a big old spoon or an ice cream scooper with some ice cream, whatever flavor you want. 1 to 2 drops of that bad boy in the bowl with the cake. That's called diabetes and happiness in a bowl. And it's great. But ice cream, I'm an ice cream fan all the way. And that leads us to the final Splatfest. Chaos versus Order. I don't think this is the best Splatfest. I mean, I get it. It's the final Splatfest and they had to make something. But like, and it's a good Splatfest. It's in the definitely easy the top half, maybe even the top 15 or 20, but like it's not the best. But it's good. It's definitely a good one. And that's my Splatoon 2 Splatfest ranked tier list if you want. So thank you so much for watching this. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're gonna have a really good episode for you guys. I tried to condense this episode since the Shifty Station episode was super long, but next episode, oof, I might have to cut it up. It's gonna be so long, dude. It's gonna be ridiculous. So get ready, prepare yourself, grab some popcorn, get a blanket, get comfortable, because the next episode is going to be all the Splatoon 2 weapons ranked and my personal preference of them. So see you guys tomorrow.